don't know if this is streaming, so let's have a look. Oh, it is. Right, I'll leave it a minute while I go and get my buffet. Yeah, not you. I haven't finished that picture yet. I was going to start it this weekend, but it's the cosmic. Let's see. I don't know if anyone's saying it. I don't think anyone is saying it. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. The cosmic whale, which you can see the shape behind the head, but I haven't done any details on it, and the moon's there and everything. But yeah, that chat's coming in. So yes, that's not getting done this weekend because the weekend has flown really. So I'll wait for some people to come in. I'll just carry on anyway. It doesn't matter. Oh, is that a? Don't know what's going on. Right, let's try again. Right, there we go. I'm just going to wait a minute. And where can I plop that? Plop that there just so I can see the chat. I need to get the chat on there. I can do. So I don't know. Or should I mess around a minute and see? If this goes off, I'll come back on. But I'm just gonna. Blah blah blah. It's not that one. Hi Lois. I'm just messing around with the studio mode. I guess that doesn't matter. Where's the I don't bloody know. I'm not going to start messing with stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just me and Lois and somebody else there, but I'll just wait a few minutes. I'm going to have a bit of my chocolate. Someone was saying, oh, you know, if you went to sell chocolate, or obviously food things, we all like a bit of chocolate, that, you know, you need labels, this, that and the other. I know, I do have labels. I have, well, thank you to the person, but I have some labels for lip balms. I have labels for when you have to get the warning labels for things like this, which I haven't put out yet. My little candy, call them candy because they look like candy wax melts, and they've got a label on the front and they've got the warning thing on the back. Also candle ones as well that you put on your candles. So yeah, I do have labels. So I do have them that I keep in this little pouch. What else? I've treated myself to a little notebook today, even though I'll go back to some of my own because I just need to jot a few things down at work. So that I picked myself up some I don't know anything about yarn, but double knitting yarn, because I'll be doing something with these. One's turquoise and one's a light blue, but they both look the same colour. This is a turquoise one. I don't know if you can tell. What else? I'm sure there was something else. Oh yeah, from a cheap shop near me today, I managed to pick this up. I have picked a few of these up, and just because it was on the side and you will hear the birds, I picked this box up now. It was only, I don't know, where has it got that on it? That's hilarious. It's just me and you. Mind it, it's tea time. But I don't mind because people can watch this after. I picked these, for crafters out there, I picked these are brilliant. These little storage boxes that just come like that with different compartments. And I bought a few of these from different places because some have smaller compartments, some are smaller boxes. Hi Rainbow. This one we found in a charity shop. My mum found this in a charity shop near her in Wales months back. And it's brilliant. There's a drawer missing because it's somewhere. There isn't a drawer actually missing. It's somewhere out somewhere. But these drawers that have all my little bits and bobs in for jewellery. So it was like, I think it was like a toolbox thing to put screws and things in. But I use it to put my like little bits of. I've got Christmas trees in this one. Bits and bobs. Obviously when I'm sat dueling, which I've decided to do today. Hi, Mary. I got a free thing from work on a Christmas stamping sentiment things because I think when they end a line or whatever, some of the staff are allowed the bits because they get chucked out. So I thought that's good because I need some stamps for Christmas. What else? Oh yeah. Like I said, these melts that I've been making and testing, which I've got burning over there, going to be part of a package thing that I'm not putting out yet, what's in it or what it is about at the minute. And I also have with them, oh, I just picked it up, where is it? Oh, sat on it. Was these boxes that I don't make up until I use them because, you know, obviously for sending things in. And they're just little ones and they're the right size for what I'm about to, a new little sort of creative idea I'm putting together. You know, when I get it together with what I'm doing at the minute, bringing in the time to do it. A bit precarious these. I use actually a heat gun on the bottom so it actually makes it stay. I have to just fiddle around with them a little bit, but basically they're like this size. Let's see. Hi to everyone in chat. I can't see at the minute. That size. So, and they're that deep. They're like letter. What they call letterbox boxes. You know, the big 3-let box. And these are the small ones. You know, they could have a few bits in. They'd fit a chocolate bar in there, jewellery in there. So they're nice little packages for certain things that I'm going to be bringing out. Hopefully before Christmas, because it'd be nice to get some bits out for Christmas, which I'm hoping to do a few of, and I'll see how they go. And that's that. Got these a few weeks ago, but I also want to design on the boxes, like my own little designs. I'm going to just have a nibble on my chocolate. So, why did it say there's 2 people there when there's 3? It's really weird. Funny. So, sorry about me eating, not sorry. So I got this from the cheap shop, and it's great because you always need little storage compartments, and because when I'm trying to sort my house out and my craft stuff out, that's why this big bookshelf, it's from IKEA ages ago. I built that. Oh my god, putting that together. It's got books on it. That all needs turning around. So I've turned it the wrong way around, so the books are the wrong way around. But you know, you get them boxes material that go in, and they hide other stuff because I do have some craft bits down there. So I'm just trying to. It's going to take probably a week, so I'm not doing it all today. I got a bit bored. And sorting things out in these little compartments, and they're good because these can stack up on each other, and the width of the drawer thing over there I've got, so that's good. 13 watching, you will get an update if you. Oh right, I thought 13 watching. It says 2 cheeky buggers. Right, I'm going to refresh. Oh yeah, there you go. So hi to everyone in chat. Oh mad. So what I'm doing with this one is the thing that I've got coming up in a couple of weekends, and I'm selling a few bits, but I'm not doing all my bits, I'm just doing some bits. I'm going to look out for a few more of these, and then I can carry these and just put them in a big pink box that I've got with wheels on, and we can just take it to the place that we're going, and then I can get them all out and they're not going to get broken. So I've still got some of these necklaces that I did. My necklaces tend to be all natural. I don't tend to put plastic beads in apart from these necklaces, just because these were fun anyway. They're fun for adults and they're fun for kids, and you know, they're really pretty. Don't know if you can see, but they are glass beads apart from the letters, and these little letters that say peace and love and stuff, just because I had them. My fella actually got me some of the little letters to write things, and I was like, I don't use plastic in my jewellery. I only use crystals, glass beads, you know, natural things really, metals. But I just thought, I'm not chucking them out. We do actually have a fun guy that actually eats plastic, by the way. And they go on about plastic, and I think, yeah, but we can actually recycle it. And they do in places like, I don't know if it's Iceland, Denmark, or something like that, but I think they play on that a little bit. But I'm just saying, I don't usually, but just for these fun ones, I wanted to use the little beads up because they are very cute. But I'll be doing some more of these styles without the lettering in. So I thought, well, I'll go and sell these off for this event that we're doing for, really it's about like well-being and, you know, people who took their lives and things like that, because it's what it's about with some friends that a friend took their life. So we're raising some money for that, and I don't mind selling some of my stuff off that I've got lying about, and I'm also making new stuff to sell where they can have the majority of it, because that's okay, because I have lots of bits and bobs. And then there were some bracelets that I made a while back, so they're going to go in this box, and they fit quite nicely. These fit in here, they fit in there. Sorry about the bin. I'm taking them out of the new bags because I'm going to repack them and redo these little boards that they're on. But yeah, there's some different ones of them, so I'm just going to take them out. Why? Thank you, Marie. They've got gemstones on. These are gemstones here. So I'm going to take these along. I'm going to be making some more of these for my Instagram as well. I've got an old glitter coming out now. Let's get this out of the box. So I'm going to stash them in there. Might do some more and put them on that side. Oh, they will fit in there actually, in the middle one. So like this, so I can stash them up so they don't get broken. This little one could have earrings in and rings in, because I do have a lot of angel rings left. I might take them along as well, which I'll show you a few. It's just that I don't know the sizes, so people who can try them on, that's easier, and then I'm going to have to try and size the next ones, or make adjustable rings. I've got something to play you guys in a bit. I'm just going to have to quieten Birdie down a minute. Stop being silly. Just because she's being nosy, she's going to have to wait, or he's going to have to wait. And then I think I'm going to sell these two that I've got left at the event thing that we're going to. I don't know what it's called. The chakra necklaces. So I might as well put them in there. And I've got two of them. I'm going to be making more of this stuff, but I'm going to be doing a lot of hemp jewellery, which is this jewellery, which I've made up for them. And a lot of it's not going to have metals, because I know some people, metals can tarnish, because I'm not using proper silver, because that's dear. I use silver toned, but I'd rather try a lot more without mechanisms and things that are metal, because I can actually do it without. So I've got them. I've got the little angel rings. I had the little Hasma hands dangle rings. These are actually adjustable. These are so cute. I need to make some more of these because they're so cute. Let me show you. If I take my ring off, I'm going to show you something about if you've not seen the community page about Project Looking Glass, I'm going to be playing that in a while after a bit of a craft chat. These are beautiful. You probably can't see properly, but the dingle dangle. So I'm going to be taking a few of them. The ones that are not sized, this is Tiger's Eye. It's Tiger's Eye. It's got an angel wing on it, and it's a copper ring. Like a bit of hammering on the copper. Is that something else? Oh my god! And I've got rose quartz. I've got a rose quartz one and an amethyst one. Bloody hell! And they fit nicely in there. We've got Gabrielle Angel. Oh, hello. If there's anybody new in chat or anyone that's come in, hello. I can't tell. And hopefully you'll be going over to, if Rob puts the link in this chat again, at 7:30 about Children Matter, I think it's called. We'll be listening to that because it'd be nice for some of my Yakatar fam to get to know that channel, because you might be able to help out with the things that they're going over there that they're trying to raise for the children and things, which would be nice because I know a lot of you who come to my chat are good people, nice people, and want to help, you know, all in that vibe. Then there's these gorgeous little, you've seen these before, we've got some of the ladybird necklaces, dangle earrings left, bit mismatchy, like the ladybirds are different colours but they're the same earring. Funky hippie bohemian, all beaded. They're nice. I think I may take them with me. I don't know if they're going with me or they're going up on my Instagram. I think they're going up on my Instagram. I don't think I'm taking them ones. No, they're going on my Instagram. I'm taking these. I did quite a few of these a while back and I had 2 left. So I'm taking these to sell for kids or adults because they're like, oh, they're like the happy acid faces. They're funky and they're made out of hemp and glass beads and wood beads. They're very funky. So I'm going to put them in there. Finn's little model Lego man. Look at that. Lego is the bane of my life. I walk around everywhere and there's Lego everywhere from Finn's Lego and I'm standing on it and it hurts in bare feet because I don't wear slippers. I hate wearing slippers. Even though I've been stumping my toe a million times today, my sole toe. And my fella's like, get your slippers on. I'm like, I'm not wearing them. I'm not wearing them. I hate them. Rainbow Wizard says, and the Yakatar painting I'm working on will be up for grabs. Yeah. Rainbow Wizard is working on a Yakatar, check his channel out, he's working on a Yakatar painting. If you don't know what Yakatar means, we come up with it because I like to yak and you lot like to listen and yak in chat and it's yak, so we are the Yakatar family group. I'll get one of Rainbow Wizard. Rainbow Wizard did me a painting that he sent. It wasn't just for me, it was for the Yakatar family because it's to do with, well, you'll see. Because a lot of us are on the same wavelength. Rainbow Wizard is also a Reiki healer as well. But this beautiful painting he did, which obviously to me is like the cosmos and the tree of life, and there's a bit of a witchy woman going on in this bubble, and there's this big like light orb. And if you've been watching my channel, you know I'm in with the orbs, and I haven't been filming them lately, so hopefully I might have enough time to do it tonight. But it's beautiful. And Rainbow Wizard has done, because we are part of the cosmos too, and that's why it was really funny what JCK was saying the other day about who's this? It's the window cleaner. I've got to go and get my power thing. Right, hold on a minute. Right, so window cleaner folks, I'm just got pluggers in, battery's dying. I don't want luckily where I'm sat is right near a switch. So that's the window cleaner, and he's cleaned the windows about 3 times. And I thought he hadn't been for ages, and I thought he thought I'd left the country. So I'm thinking, oh my god, it must be up to about 30 quid for my windows or something, but I mean it was 25 because it's been quite a few weeks, but he's just said he's been on his own because one of the window cleaners, the lads fell off his ladder and he broke his leg, so that's why. Put the light on a little bit. That's why I've been waiting for him to come for ages. I thought he thinks I've left the country, I've ran off, I'm not paying him. I have just paid him, but yeah, so the Yakatar family tree, that's for you guys. Right, let's get back to it. That was Pride and Place on my wall. But Rainbow Wizard is in the process of doing a painting and it's up for grabs, and the money's going to, if you watch it tonight on the link that he's put in, you'll understand what all that's about and what Rainbow Wizard is doing, so it can be up for grabs for people. So there you go. So just all distracted. Hi Danny. And I need to look because maybe there might be things I need to get involved in. You never know. So, yeah, the hemp bracelets, I'm all distracted now, are gorgeous. These are like a mustard yellow. Probably aren't coming across here, but these are a mustard yellow. The Buddha heads, we've got a bit of bling in the middle and some, I don't know if they're called rondelles, faceted beads. But glass beads are very pretty. I mean, they are shining on here. I don't know how they're coming across, but they are very beautiful. They're going in the stash for the event thing that I'm doing. There'll be lots more, obviously. I've got to make quite a bit up, and maybe some other little bits of other stuff. Then I've just made up today these beautiful green, and they just remind me of Archangel Raphael because they're green, but I think they're going to have little charms on a lucky a 4-leaf clover that I think I've got that are going on. These are hemp cord and green glass beads, and they're very beautiful. And I just had these lying about, so I thought I need to use them. I've got a lot of stash of beads and things that I haven't used for a while, so I think I can use them up for this thing that we're doing. And I'm going to put a little charm on, but they're very pretty. The green colour's probably not coming across. They have little silver button fastening, and they just pop open like that. So there's 3 of them. Thank you. So they're going in the stash. What else? This isn't going in the stash. When I actually get round to finishing these, because I've got a few, but they take ages. I did these beaded purses. All this blue that you're seeing is tiny, tiny beads. Can you imagine how long it takes? And I've actually sewn an angel face on it, if you can see. I've only got a bit more to do. I might do some in bed tonight. These take ages, but these are the sort of things I just do when I'm relaxing. I've even got the little stuff that I'm using in there, so I know it's for this purse. And they are canvas purses, and they're thick and they're lovely. I've got one of my own that I use. It's upstairs, but they've got patterns and designs on that I've hand stitched. They take a long time, but like I said, I just need to, when I'm relaxing, I do these sort of things. But this will probably be going up on my Instagram. They're very pretty. The little stitch angel face that I've done. That's sort of meditation for me as well. Art is meditation for me. No one said it would be. No one said it would be easy. What's that about then? What's what about? What is what about? I'm listening, fam, and taking notes. Just making some grub. Oh, Lois is making some grub. What are you having for tea? Lois, hard work in there. Yeah. I don't know what Rainbow Wizard's talking about. Oh, I'm going to have a bit of my chocolate in here. Pink chocolate, brown chocolate with cashew nuts and all sorts going on. I have to say so myself. Very nice. I made it. What else? Oh yeah, I was making this one as well, but I've not done I've not put the bit on in the middle where it connects it into a bracelet. But if you can see, probably not going to be able to see this colour. This is pink. I like a bit of a salmony pink and purple Buddha head. But like I said, probably not seeing the colours properly on here. But this is like a lavender and a bit of a peachy pink in the cord. But it's probably not showing up on camera because this lighting is terrible. I should have really got my ring light down, but I can't be bothered. So I've just got to finish the bits off for them. What else? Oh yeah, so I was cleaning out my cupboard to put more stuff in. Not to put more stuff in, to clean it out, to reorganise all my art bits and get rid of the stuff that I'm not using. And came across these. Now these have been shown before, but it's still relevant. So when I have the time, I journal. I do still doodle and stuff. A PayPal shop. Do you mean? Yeah. Do you mean a PayPal shop for my things? If that's what you mean, it's on Instagram, and someone will put you the link in, because it was Hippie Trinkets and Things. Now it's Hippie Trinkets and Things shop, because the other one I got locked out of it for some reason. So you can go and put stuff up there to ask me stuff, but I can't answer, so you have to go in the right link. And it's not got lots of stuff up yet like my other site did, but 17, boom, yeah. But I'm going to start putting stuff up again of jewellery and bits and bobs that I'm doing. It's like I've had a bit of a break coming back with stuff, because I am trying to get these bits out of the way for the event that we're doing. But I came across, when I was looking through my cupboard, I came across these bits, and then yeah, you can pay by PayPal that way. And these were old stickers that I made, and I'm going to have to put this in a book, because this was a rabbit. I drew that rabbit. I'm quite chuffed with that rabbit, and a mushroom, little rabbit. I think I painted it, and I made it into a sticker. And then there was this like witchy girl sticker which says, "Believe in you. When the moon is full, make a wish." And it's actually, oh no, that one's on a, what do you call it? A postcard. That was one of my doodles. And then this is a sticker. Let me stick it on a book. This, yeah, let's have a look. So there's one time I wanted to make ephemera, which I think that's the right word, is when you make things for journals. And then I come across one of my journaling books, one of my sort of manifesting vision board books instead of a book, but I've not put a lot in it. I actually forgot I had it, where you're just cutting bits out and whatever, and you're putting good positive things in it. So let's check if it's a sticker, because I think it is. Well, I was thinking about making ephemera for journaling bits and bringing some of my journaling handmade journals back, which people have seen on my other pages that are not there now, but I can show you them in the future. That's just something I'm thinking of redoing again. Yeah, it's a sticker. So it's a sticker. I've got to put my little bunny. So if you're into journaling, I might be doing some stickers and stuff in the near future. So my little bunny sits in the book. Then you can write something. So I found that and thought, oh my god, yeah, I remember doing that. It takes me back and inspires me again. So I just want to go through these books, because I also found, hi Mark, hi Michelle, a little button nose, yeah. So I found this book, 2020 I made it in, and I thought, what was this? Because I did it all like this with loads of different pieces of paper, the spine, because I can make books. I can do a lot, I'm not just one thing. Oh no, I'm not labeling myself as one thing. And I don't know if you remember, because I do forget, I do stuff and I forget. I made this to draw pictures in a cartoon way, and there's only one in it, and I thought, oh, I've got all that paper, so I'm going to use it for my doodles. So this was the 18th of January. So let me see what it says. Oh my god, it's me and Roxanne. So I do need to get hold of Roxanne. If you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. It's it says, it was the way you said it. I can't remember what we were talking about. Well, it's true. Couldn't stop laughing at Roxanne's laugh all weekend. Glad I made her giggle. I don't even know what the joke was. There's 2 phones. I don't know what was going on. But obviously it was in the moment of, we were laughing about something and I drew it in the cartoon. It's obviously not finished. The hair's not coloured in. I do need to catch up with Roxanne. But, you know, everyone's busy in their lives. And I think that was the only one I did. When I like doing my little cartoony things. So that was that. So I thought, oh my god, I'm using that. So I'm going to get that back out of the site. And I did for those of you who knew, I did a mini one ages ago. And I do love these. It's good to do this. It's funny. But this was a caricature of me when I had curly short hair. So it's Dolly Daydream. That's how I sort of draw it like that, just because. And actually, funny enough, my hair is that short again, because when I take my hair out, it's here. My hair is naturally curly. So funny enough, it's gone back to that. And this was in 2018, because I date my books. So it shows a lot of things that I was thinking about, or meditations when I'm doodling, and I date them. So I go back and go, oh my god. This was when I was feeling a bit ill, so I had a house coat on and stuff like that. It's just funny. And then there was another one where I was feeling better. So I kept saying I'll do a few more of these. This was me and my sister. Oh no, it wasn't, me and a friend having a laugh about something. So I drew it. I'm going to have to get back into these cartoony styles. This was me meditating or something. That was in crayon. And there were some other bits that I didn't finish off, and then there's one where I'm sat on the couch all cosy in my PJs, which I was thinking about getting some PJs today because I've seen some really nice thick grey ones in Morrison's, and they're so nice and comfy for winter. But there'll be snippets in here of things. These are one of the older books that I made a while back, little notebook things. Yeah, the birds are going mad in the background. I don't know what you're all saying. So there was lots of different things I'd write about and draw little pictures like this little person. And this was when I went to a funeral about a bit ago. You are royal sovereign being of light. This was in 2018. Bit of dolphin energy. We are more than we know, and we are connected to the all, which is a bit funny because when I mentioned JCK, this isn't slagging JCK off, this is just something she said about Reiki, and saying when someone asked about it, they said, oh, it's not, you know, you've got to be careful that you're not drawing other things in and blah, 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 blah. Well, most of us know that, but I believe back in the day they might think something else. Universal energy, we are a part of universal energy. So she said something about not looking, what was that? Not looking out of ourselves and being very careful for bringing outside energy in, sort of thing. And I'm like, that's not how I see it. We are also part of the cosmos, God, source, whatever. So it is also us. That's how I see it. That's just how I see it. So I thought, yeah, you do have to be careful, but it's like I've said before, if you're worrying about something and you fear something and you think it's bad, then therefore you're going to bring that energy into you. So yeah, you do have to be knowing what you're doing. But in my eyes, that's just a little bit like, maybe it was just said wrong or I didn't hear it wrong, but that to me is like saying that's going to scare people off from having it when a lot of people are doing it to help people heal. So, and I did mention that in the chat, but it never gets a heart. But I thought, oh well, that's just how I feel, and I needed to say it. So we are part of the whole. We're also part of universal energy, as far as I'm concerned. But yes, there was. Other people might think different, and that's fair enough. And then, there was drawings of a bit of a connection I had with my fellow when we first got together. I haven't finished some of these off, so I'm going to have to finish some of them off, but yeah, there's not much in that one. I'm just having a look through to see what was. We've got a star seed, we've got this picture, I love this sort of elemental doodle going on there. And it's funny because I've got some stuff to do prints with, to make big stamps with on stuff. And looking back, this is why I like looking back at my drawings, because I'm like, I like that. That would look really nice on a something. This was one of my favourite pictures of a doodle, if you remember. Thank you. Rainbow Wizard has put my link in for hippie trinkets and things, and it should be the shop one. It's like I said, it's not got much on it at the minute because I have to re-put everything back in. Hi Reverend Simon Sideways, how are you? Just going over my art. This was a beautiful one that I loved. Fairy going on there. Some other bits and bobs. There was this face. Just looking for, oh yeah, I'm looking for this because I was reading this. Now this was a doodle that I did, and then I normally get words in after, and like I said, this was, oh, and I have this face at the beginning, if you remember. It was this red face asleeping. Now it's like we're awakening. Some are still sleeping. Oh, we're awakening. And this little lady with the red hair says, oh, and on here, this picture, this says, because we have a I don't know what that says. Because we have a consciousness. Don't know what that says. Remember who you are. You are a bridge between two worlds, non-physical and the physical. We are. All the light coming in strong now. Higher calling, higher states of consciousness. This is from a while back because that's still happening. But this one says on it. So say hi to everyone in chat because I can't see chat properly at the minute. Instagram is a truthers treasure trove. A lot of places are truthers treasure trove, even though they try to censor us, but it's not really working, is it? Abundance, this is what I want in the world. This is what, you know, was coming in. Abundance for all in peace, harmony, joy, love, wealth, health, creativity, compassion and laughter, to understand why trauma had to happen to awaken humanity. Now remember, I'm going to play something in a bit on Project Looking Glass that we knew with number 17. To understand why trauma has to happen to awaken humanity. That's what's happening now. It's a bit traumatic, but it needs to happen. Learning to release and let go past baggage and what others think, to balance out their chemical soup within, alchemizing it, transmuting, and then I put change the format of the story to a different page. It's your story to tell your experiences. So, you know, and if anyone's interested in, if you're in another country and you're interested in distance Reiki, you can get hold of me on my Insta, or you can email me. I think someone might put it in chat. Yeah, so that was that one. I'm just sort of going through these because there were some things that came up that made me chuckle. I think I said to Rainbow Wizard the other week that I did have a picture in that came in through meditation, and this book was not this year anyway. There's my Blue Phoenix. And I've actually got to make a wand up for a child called Phoenix that someone's asked me to do for Christmas. It might not come across proper, but that's the Blue Phoenix. Hi Rita. Blessings from Australia, yay. And something at the beginning. What is it? The rats are being flushed out from the dark to light. Well, yeah, they are rats. Rats in the sewers. This was a book of like a journal of meditations, because the thing is, when I'm researching stuff of my own, I do write things down, and when people have come in and talked about gematria and numbers and all that, I know about it, and I actually found the thing in my book where I'd actually written my bits down, which was, maybe it wasn't that one, maybe it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. I actually had a format a few years ago for the gematria, and when was this? Yeah, I don't know. So that's all there, and you know, some doodles. I call them energy doodles, and this little one with the deer in, I love this one. So I was going back over my drawings, I was like, oh my god, this is stuff I was writing down for meditations and things I was thinking, because I do all that. You know, when I do my research, I do my research. This is from a bit ago, even with the number 17 I did my research, and I was writing it down in a pink book, which I think is on that shelf. This was the essence of, I know he looks dead young, and it's not Junior, it's his dad. But he looks like a kid on it. It did make me laugh. He ended up looking really young, JFK. But we all know that energy's coming back in, especially this month. I can't see chat at the minute. There was this one. Well, that just cracked me up when I saw that. What else is in here? This big picture. I need to do some more black and white pictures to put out. These were, that was a meditation I had, so I tried to draw it. This was crystals and this was trees, but looking from a higher view, which was one source, like a giant crystal. We are the shards of the crystal, part of the one all-star, but we came to here to experience. So it's like we broke off, you know, from God, source, whatever. We broke off to come here to experience, you know. And then I think the trees were, I saw a pulsing on Earth, and the energy, it said, started with white light in the centre, then waves of green and darker blue. I think it was blue. They were connecting, as we know, they do connect, connecting by the light, communicating, and then went into a vast forest, all green and healing, because we all know trees connect. You know, it's pretty obvious with each other. And communicate. Like you've got the trees communicating, the stars communicating, as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. Yeah, these were all just like, you know, bits of my research. So it was interesting to look back on that. There was some more little, I think this was also meditations, and I was drawing the warrior woman of light, so to cut through the bullshit. Have you answered your deeper calling? Meditation pictures. This picture, lady with the pink hair. I can't see chat at the minute. These, I'm always drawing faces like the divine feminine. This was the being that I saw in my first, when I went for Reiki, and someone took the mick out of it because they're saying I stole it from the cosmic face. It's not the same as the cosmic face, even though I know what the cosmic face drawing was. It's just because it was a silhouette, and the silhouette was cosmic because it had stars in it, so I sort of drew it representing that. Some people will get that, some people might not. And it was indigo, but I am an indigo, so you know. There was this one, but there was loads in here, so it just refreshed things. And then I found this other art book that I've just drawn this picture in, the woman with stars, and I don't think there was any more after this. Oh yeah, there was. Oh right, just going. Oh yeah, this picture. And then there was these little characters that I didn't know I'd done. Trying little characters. Look like the Powerpuff Girls, sort of, because they've got big round heads. Oh, I did a bookmarker that looks a bit like this. I've shown my glasses on ages ago. So that was me just doodling some ideas. I think this was an idea book. So that was that, and then my pink book, it should be on the shelf, but I can't find it now because the shelf's upside down and the wrong way round. So, hang on a minute. It's alright, Jack, I'm not coming to get you. I'm not coming to get you, I'm just looking for something. See if I can find it. Where would it be? There it is. Because the bookshelf's the wrong way round, because I've turned it. It used to be on the other side of the wall, and I turned it the wrong way round and realised all the books were the wrong way round. Hi, anyone who's coming. I can't see chat from here. So we know the famous pink book. This is the Q book, where I did a lot of research when it first came out, and this is why I say I remember some stuff I don't remember, because a lot of it's been censored, and this is why it's very hard to communicate things sometimes. But you know, I've got Gematria in here on JFK Jr. Don't need to talk about that because I've done videos on it. it's there, it's out there, it'll always be out there, no matter if it's been took down, censored or what. But the one thing I do love to read now and again, I'm going to do it again, because it's still relevant, is, me and Roxanne used to read this out all the time, is this. Are you ready? I'm just in one of them moods, because what I'm about to play in a minute, this is a bit of a mismatch tonight. Are you ready? And I'm going to read it as it's wrote, as it was said, not it sounds like something's missing. This is how it is. I always end up butting in when I read this, so I'm not going to. Hi, so I'm just going to be naughty and warm this up a minute. Just going to wait for that to, yeah, so I'm going to read it out. I'm going to put a few more of these on. My little wax melts. They look like pancake and they've got rose petals in. And they smell of strawberries and cream. I don't know if you can see. They're going in a package for ladies soon. Oh. How's everyone in chat? I'm just waiting for my drink to warm up while I'm about to read this out, and then I'm going to play you something, and I'm going to try and not speak through it. It'll be very difficult for me, but I'm going to try. You're feeling very slow today. Oh, you've just reminded me about today. Yeah, thank you, Lois. Today, yeah, funny you should say that, because today, when I went to Morrison's this morning, and I had to go and get a few bits, like I said, I've got some of this wool or something I'm going to do, don't know yet. I didn't get that from Morrison's, but I was stood in the queue, and it was Saturday, and it was busy, but it wasn't at the queue that I was at. But I looked around and I thought, do you know what? There was a few people with masks on and one with the whole still face shield thing. But I looked around and I thought, and I know it's because of other stuff, but I just thought, oh, it just seems a bit more normal. And I don't mean we're going back to normal, because we never want to go back to normal, though people think they want to go back to normal, but we don't want to go back to that normal. But you know what I'm saying? Hi, Red Dawn, it felt normal, as in just more people, and more people, less people with the mask sort of stuff, and it just felt busier and normal, but not that normal. Do you know what I'm saying? Just, oh my God, seeing people's faces, blah, 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 blah. So, yes. So, I'm going to read this out. So, like I said, it might sound a bit like something's not put in the right place, but this is how it's always been read. And then I'm going to play the video of Project Looking Glass, which was brought up ages ago with You Know Who, number 17. And this is why the timelines and everything, but I'm not going to explain it. I'm just going to put the video on because it explains it a lot better. So, in 1909, we lost everything. My father caught on first to the Bilderbergs, then he caught on the NASA. He demanded to know who the Greys were and why they were here. They killed him. I mean, we've always said, I've put it in, Greys sounds like Greys, CIA. Could be that. It could be the Greys, it could be CIA, but you know, I don't know, just saying. They killed him. I strategically, because we know what they are, staged my own death. I strategically, do you get that? We'll go through it again. I strategically staged my own death, allied with the one person in this world whom I knew was honourable enough to trust and begin to build the plan. Penance is coming. Regardless of what you think, you are not yet awake. You do not know how deep this goes, and funny enough, at the time I read this, we actually didn't. If you knew, you would never go on. you would never sleep. You need each other. Damn right. You need every one of you. Learn to play nice with each other or be left behind. And this is what I was sort of saying the other day. Oh, I'm going to go through this again. I'm butting in again. If one stumbles, pick them up. If one asks a question, give them the answer. This is how we grow. There's no more room in the plan for arrogance and self-importance. If you turn one away, you've hurt the plan. If you hurt the plan, you'll be left behind. We are watching, we see all. There are no secrets. You would never believe the files that I kept on every one of you, for that matter. You would never believe where they are kept. I mean, I think a lot of us do know where they're kept. Quantum computers and stuff. And this is why they spy on us and do stuff, but, you know, this is why I say be very careful what you're putting out there, because you're being seen. We know that they've been collecting information, but also the light side have also been collecting information because they know we were on the good side, if you get what I'm saying. That's how I see it. Prepare for the next phase. Prepare each other. You are one, and when we go one, we go all. Ah, not Q. Ah, We all speculate who we know who R is. But when we go through this again, not knowing what we do now, because this was put out a bit ago, I'll read it again. In 1909 we lost everything, but it's just that thing in it again. My father caught on. Father and son. Father was killed. Son staged his death. Sounds a little bit familiar, that, doesn't it? Does to me. Very familiar. And then they got in cahoots with someone who they knew they could trust to begin the plan. Not just with this one person, with a big group of people over the years. And I do believe some of these people are celebrities as well. They're not all bad. You have to get in certain places to know what's going on. That's how you play the game. There's been the black hats in the white vicinity and the white hats in the black vicinity. They're all looking and spying and stuff like this. You don't know how deep it goes. No, we actually didn't know how deep it went. It's very layered. You need everybody. If one picks them up, this is the thing. You try to give people the answers. You try to show people. This is a bit like why they said you can't tell people, you've got to show them. And they don't want to listen. And you try and give them the answers. But that thing about if one stumbles, pick them up. If one asks a question, this is what I'm saying about the other day when I said, get out in the world. You may have different opinions to the people who've had the woo-woo and where they're hey, but it doesn't mean you have to be an arsehole with everyone. There's certain ways of doing it. Like I said, I'm at work with people who have and haven't, and it's fine. They're not bad people, but you know, that's why I said learn to be the master in that realm. When I said about the master Zen Buddhist being up the mountain, but really his true initiation of if he's mastering his mindset is when he comes down to the people who are all losing their minds. That's how I sort of see it anyway. But we are watching. Well, if you think about the film that was done by the White Hat team, I believe, and a lot of us do, Christmas Chronicles, a lot in that, and Christmas Chronicles 2. Oh my god, such a cute film. You know, yes, it was in the fantasy Christmas thing. Christmas, you know, they were watching everybody, they were watching all the children. Well, they do, because they have the devices. We all know platforms are used to spy on people. That isn't a clemency. That's true. But also, the good side can use it to see who is actually helping, doing good, helping humanity, because they see what you're doing. And this is why I said, if you have a platform and you've been putting shit out and you've been doing certain things, it doesn't get forgotten. It never really gets deleted, because nothing ever really does get deleted. You press the delete button, but it doesn't really get deleted. And people see stuff, but they also see, and it's always there. So this is why I say, be very careful about what you're putting out, because it gets seen. And the shite asses will be seen for who they are. They are being seen for who they are. I'm talking about big corporations and big people, not little people that are moaning about different silly little things. But even then, people are getting seen. So make sure you're damn sure that the stuff you're putting out, especially when you are, you know, I've seen a lot of people go around attacking people on platforms, and it's just their assumptions of something and not the truth. Be very careful, because that will all get seen and it sticks like glue. Just putting that out there for the ones that watch. I'm talking about the darklings that watch. So yeah, just have to throw that out there, because it's never gone away. So what I'm going to play now is the video that my dad sent me. Now, a lot of people know about this, and there was something I put up a bit ago about this, but I just thought let's play it again because a lot of us know with or without number 17, and you may have heard about Project Looking Glass now, and timelines and this, that, and the other. So I'm just going to play it, and I'm going to shut up, and I'm just going to listen to it. I'm going to try and shut up and listen to it because, yeah, it just makes total sense. And this was decades ago, but this is what I've said before, and I will say it again. Those that don't understand about war games and how you don't give everything away, that's why I said we don't give dates out anymore. It's all right that we have done because it fucks the other side up. They think something's coming on that date and then they start making mistakes. That's how it happens. So that's fine. Like I said, you're not going to tell Hillary Clinton when you're coming for and knocking at the door the hunters are being hunted. You're not going to give them the time and the date. So when 17 did drop certain codes, not everything was put in there to the precise point, even though we speculated and stuff, and then people do Chinese whispers, because why would you be giving the game away of what was actually happening and who they were going for? Half of this stuff has already been done. It's just being played out to the sleeping. Half of it's already been done because when it does come out, all these shite asses will be gone. I mean, when you actually research into it, it just makes total sense of what's going on, and that's why you'll see certain stuff going on that looks bad, but it isn't. But this does explain it. And yeah, I just got to play it because I know there's people that go to my community page and there's some people that don't. So if you haven't, I'm going to play it, and if you have, I'm going to play it again. So I'm not going to be able to see your comments till it's over. So if you want a comment after, that's fine. Truth always hurts with Julie Assange still in prison. Danny, I wouldn't bet your bottom dollar that he is. He's part of the plan, and I believe he's in a safe place. And he was in a place where there was a red light, and that was a lot to do with a lot of said Red October. It was like he was in a submarine. I don't believe he's where they say he is. Remember, where they say he is, what they say is the complete opposite. So I don't believe that for 1 second. At all, because he is part of the information that knew about Seth Rich and all that. For any people that know what I'm talking about, it's very hard to go through this stuff because a lot of stuff has been censored. It's very hard to remember what we were saying then. We write stuff down, and lots of platforms got took off YouTube, and they're on Rumble, you know, like X22 Report, this, that, all them ones we used to talk about. So it's quite hard. Those who are awake cannot sleep, and those who are asleep can only wake up. Exactly. Oh, he is a white hat. He is a white hat. He was, I believe he was brought over. He's in a safe place, that's what I believe. But I don't think too much on that. I think he always was. It's just, you got to remember when they had the tight grip on people, they weren't allowed to say things. People were blackmailed. If he came out of the, whatever he was in last time, they could kill him. And when they actually took him out of that place he was in, I can't remember what it was called, the whatever he was in, over here, the guards that came for him picked him up. He didn't put his feet on ground, and then they put him in an American car. He wasn't supposed to touch UK ground because he could be arrested. Well, he wasn't. If anyone notices, this is what people don't see. He didn't put his feet on UK soil, and the car that he was in was American. So just putting that out there, because there's loads of little things like that people don't pick up on. Anyway, I can't see the chat now, so if you want to speak to me after, you lot can speak in chat. I can't see it, but I am going to go and play the video, and we're just going to listen to it together. So if you've got a brew, I'm going to play it in a minute. I'll just give you a bit of time to go and get a brew or something. We're just going to listen. It's not very long. Just check. It is about 11 minutes 17 I got up to. Then I don't know if it's 11 minutes 17, but that's what I just saw. So it's not too long. So I'm going to play it from the beginning, and it says it's an insider military. The military. They panicked when they saw the future. Yeah, they panicked. They panicked when they saw the future. So this explains quite a lot of it, and I'm just going to re-put it out again because, like I said, if you've been with You Know Who, they've talked a lot about the Project Looking Glass, you could say Stargates, and stuff like that. So this is brilliant. It doesn't matter if you're not into this stuff or whatever, but just see what you think. You've got to have an open mind. So I'm going to have a drink, and then I'm going to play it. I'm going to be quiet for once. We're just going to listen to it. We're going to chill with my llama cup. And if anyone wants to know where this is from, it's massive. My fella's like, you don't even drink that much tea. I'm like, I know, but it's massive. It's just massive. It's really big. It might not look big, but it's a really big mug. And it's the No Drama Llama. Do you remember when my thing used to be called Dolly Llama? Dolly Llama, not Dalai Lama. And the fella's like, why don't you like that name? I went, Because I don't really think he's on the good side, you know what I mean? Well, I don't want to be associated with that. But anyway, no drama llama. There's no drama here. Drama's only your karma if you can't let go. So no drama llama. Can't see what anyone's saying. So now I'm going to play it. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to switch it up. And we're going to play it. And this is off a channel called Inspired. So this is an insider talking. Bird's going to start tweeting.
One of the caveats that I do have some personal information that I did get personally involved in was some information that had to do with Stargates and Looking Glass, and more specifically the 2012 problem with those projects. The popular opinion of what's out there right now.
Funny how they said 2012, because that's when a lot of people said, oh, this was happening, that was happening. A lot of people did wake up again in 2012. Some people thought it was the end of the world in 2012, and I look at it different, like turn it around. They flip everything 2021. Do you remember I've said this before? A lot of us had this. It's the end of their world. It's not the end of the world. A lot of people thought it was the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's the end of their world. The world as they know it, as they've played it on us.
The project was shut down because there was...
So I'm just going to play this. The birds will tweet a bit because they always do when I've got this on. And I'm just going to finish this off while we're listening.
The problem when we approached 2012. I've heard it described a number of ways, but to my knowledge, the problem is...
Right, hang on 1 minute. I'm sorry, I'm being a pain. Just let me... I can't remember if the birds have been fed. I'll feed them. You might quiet them down a bit and then we'll listen to it. Right, naughty birdies. Naughty birdies. Not. I think they have been fed actually, but you're being nappy. It's not for you now. It's not for you. Oh my god, it's this new. Sorry, they've got a new bird feeding thing, and it's not very big, and it's really rubbish. Bird seed everywhere. Yeah, they have been fed, but you can just have a little bit more. It might just quieten down, because every time I put a video on, they get very, very chirpy, so sorry about that, folks. Start again. I'll start from the beginning. I will shut up.
One of the caveats that I do have some personal information that I did get personally involved in was some information that had to do with Stargates and Looking Glass, and more specifically the 2012 problem with those projects. The popular opinion of what's out there right now is that the project was shut down because there was a problem when we approached 2012. I've heard it described a number of ways, but to my knowledge, the problem is that the timelines converge on that point in time. And when you know enough about the Stargate projects and the Looking Glass project to know how string theory works and how the possibility of possibilities works, and how making one choice over here doesn't necessarily mean that the other choice couldn't exist at the same time. But once you get your brain wrapped around this subject, you find out that at the end of 2012, an easy way to put it, the choices that we make become less and less consequential.
So have to butt in there. It's all about the choices we make, remember?
To the future. And eventually we're pushed into this bottleneck of time, no matter which choice we make. And that's important to the people that had access to Looking Glass, because they would use Looking Glass knowing the choices that they would make and the future would pop up. The big mistake was coming up with the possibility of future. And when we started using a computer to say, well, if we make this choice, it's 79% possible that this scenario happens, and 23% possible or whatever, using round numbers, that this scenario would happen. The understanding at the time was that was realistic. However, if you go down the road further and free will continues to exercise itself on this game, that 79% possibility sometimes changes very, very fast. But if you look at the situation in a point of time, it seems very realistic that that's the greatest possibility. What happened was people, very smart people, began to figure out that something big was coming up. Something that made it so all the possibilities of all the future scenarios of any choice, any possibility that was fed in and observed through the looking glass inherently ended up in the same future. And no decision, no possibility changed past a certain point. That's the big secret. All possible timelines lead to the same basic set of history in the future. That is.
You have to listen to what he's saying, because you might think, oh, they're all merging in one and timelines. Yeah, but just go on about the controllers and how we all know it's through manipulation. I've said before, I had to put in there, we know we've won, they've lost. I've said this before about the chess game, we've heard it before. They know they've lost on the chessboard game because the person on the other side is holding the piece that takes the whole game to the winner. And if you play chess, not that I know about chess, they can't win with any of the moves, so they have to stall it. That's what's going on in the world, basically. This is what we've been trying to say for ages. They're just stalling it with the illusion, blah, 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 blah. We are going to the golden age. We are... I'm going to shut up.
What sends everybody that has all of the information, that knows everything, into a blind panic. The people that know everything about Looking Glass, that have gotten all the reports and all the information, the elites of the world, probably figured out that that was the end of the game. And nothing could be manipulated beyond that point. When I was in the military, it would have been before 97 when I got in trouble. One of my particular areas that I was amazingly intuitive about is problem solving / mission planning, or specifically taking a bad mission and fixing it. Certainly knowing how string theory and possible futures works makes it so you can work your mind very quickly to see the reality of what's happening and decide what decisions need to be made to change it for a particular outcome. At a certain point, after they're done hearing the computer tell them this is what's going to happen over and over and over and over again, all they become focused on is how do we fix it? What I do know is that I was called in and asked to solve this problem, this timeline contraction problem. And I eventually did my due diligence and did all the investigating and basically only had one piece of information, and that was reinforcement. The computer's right. The timelines will contract down to some inevitable thing. There is an inevitable event. It's been forecast, it's been predicted, it's been fed to us in a slop trough of what they want us to believe will happen.
They want us to believe will happen.
They don't actually have control over what happens.
They don't actually have control over what happens, and the birds are tweeting because the video's on. They don't actually have control of what happens. They don't. I'm going to replay this bit again because this is the bit where, this is what I'm saying, things are working out. It's just those with the last bits of ammunition, this, that and the other. But, you know, I'll just take that back a little bit.
They want us to believe will happen. They don't actually have control over what happens. They only have control over the reaction, and it seems that no matter what they try to do to cause their desired reaction is going to have an opposite effect. Much, much easier for me to explain today what that process is as opposed to back then. If I had to
future proofs the past.
Give it a name, I would say it's the awakening process.
Ooh.
It's an evolution of consciousness that cannot, will not, and no matter what decisions or possibilities are injected into the equation, eventually it all results down to us all learning the truth and becoming aware of this massive dam of lies that has been built that keep us from knowing massive volume of information that we should otherwise possess. It's essentially what happened with Looking Glass. Not only did they not want people to use it anymore because they knew it was just going to burp out the same thing, but at the same time they didn't want anybody else to know what it was saying. I'm sure. Because that information was a monumental concern when I was in the military about how to prevent this inevitability. Now, at first I thought it was end of the world. Now I see end of the world as end of their world. The biggest cherry on top of all this conversation would be a synopsis to say that if I could convince everybody out there that, for all intents and purposes, what we believe to be true eventually becomes true. If somebody convinces us that a major disaster is going to happen in the very near future, a major disaster happens in the very near future. If we don't buy into that fear and accept that there's really nothing that we know is going to happen, and accept of whatever happens, that makes the convergence of the timelines happen as naturally as possible. Any attempts to try to go away from this one inevitable conclusion, I again see as a new beginning, an end of this reality, the beginning of something that we can't even possibly understand based on the level of our beliefs currently. But when all that information comes flooding out, there's going to be no denying what's true and what's a lie or what's illusion. Basically what we're experiencing right now is two master chess players sitting at the board. And one of them looks down at the board and sees that he's in checkmate in 7 moves. And he looks across at his opponent and he knows that his opponent sees it too. So there's no getting out of it. So at this point, the loser can only prolong the game. Both players know the game is over. It's only a matter of time before he does this, and then you're forced to do this, and then he's forced to do this, and eventually checkmate. We, as a race, if we can understand that the game is over, that based on the rules of the game...
Just to put in, JFK Jr., Donald Trump Jr. said a few weeks ago, he went up on his Instagram, just said game. End game. Game over. We've won. They're just thrashing about. They know they've lost. Can't stop what's coming.
The bad guys have already lost. The good guys have already won. Yes, there's moves left on the table. But those moves are being forced by the player that is going to win. The only way the checkmate can't happen is if the player...
I said the other day, it's easy when you're in the right mind. I said, and I've said before, for example, mainstream media, they lie. They can't go back because everyone knows they're lying. They get pushed forward. They get pushed forward off the White Hats, the Alliance, and loads of different things that's going on. But they're digging themselves a hole because they're still waking people up. Game over.
That's winning makes a mistake. But from all of the information that I've gathered, all of the information that's been given, all of the information that's been vetted to me, it seems pretty obvious that the good guy player on the side of the chessboard knows exactly what has to be done to win the game.
Funny how Mr. T's always got called a fifth-dimensional chess player, isn't it?
And so, at that point, any mistake would be all but impossible. But again, you really have to understand the game to know that the guy that's losing is lost. And I'm sure most people sitting watching a chess match between two advanced chess players, you know the game's over long after the two players know it's over. Because they can't see the board and see that there's only 7 moves left.
7 moves, number 7. Just like, that's it. Right, I'm coming back to chat now, because I can't see anything anybody was saying. So, coming back to chat. Birds might be quiet a bit now. So, you're joking, Janine. What about, I don't know. Like I said, I couldn't come into chat. I couldn't come into chat. No, I wouldn't be reading your comments because I couldn't see chat. So, anyone who's just come in, hi and no, I couldn't see your chat. Oh yeah, and I might play the Mr. T and Biden video. I might do that in a minute as well because that was hilarious. But this is what I've been trying to say. I know it took us a bit of time to say it's done. So this is why I keep saying to people, stop fearing, stop being scared of stuff. Yes, they are getting pushed to their last moves, but that's all they've got. That explains it very well of people understanding it, of the amount of times I've tried to explain it to people, of, as I've just been saying lately, we do go through all the emotions, and that's fine. I don't know why I just put this in. That's fine, and we find certain truths out, and then you've got to focus on you and what you want to do. But being a good person in the world where we're at it, you know, helping people along, being good and loving as we do it, but it's done. It's the thrashing around of the last bits of their thrashing, and they can't stop what's coming. I've said before, this is a flying visit. I have an online spiritual church meeting at 7. I want to say thanks for all the absent healing maker that has been sent to my daughter Becky. She had a nervous breakdown. Oh, bless her. She has made great progress and is not far from who she really is. Good. Good. Please continue sending Becky healing. Yep, they're on healing in there right now. Send to Becky. I can do that too. So, sorry, I just got distracted then. So what was I saying then? Mighty Atom said so true, Dolly. I can't remember what I just said. What did I just say? Yeah, so they're just thrashing about. It looks bad to people, and it looks bad to a lot of people who don't understand what's going on. But I've said before, back in the day, if you were sent somewhere, you know, their concentration camps or something, they can beat and torture people, which they do and have done, to get information out of them, or to beat you could say, to take their, to try and get them to think their way and take their consciousness away of, like, you could say the positive, I don't know what word to say, God, source, whatever, to get you to think differently, you know, to get you to be in the more negative, which they do, and that's why people, you know, don't understand, who watch a lot of mainstream media, what's going on. But I don't know what that is. I'm getting distracted again. So, oh yeah, when I'm finished here, I think Rainbow Wizard's saying there's a link there for something that's coming on at 7:30, so that's why I will be going in a bit about Children Matter. So please go and check that link out and watch and see what you think. The link that Rainbow Wizard has just put in. So if you're watching after, you can watch that after. But if you're watching now, please check this link out straight after, because I'm going to be there listening. I'm not going to be on, but I'm going to be listening while I'm making stuff. But yeah, what was I saying before I go? So I've said before, yeah, so if they were trying to do that, no one will ever take my consciousness. They have tried to break people's consciousness and manipulate and all the sort of splitting of, you know, personalities and all the stuff they do with monitoring and all that and all that. But no one can ever take your consciousness away. Someone says to me, you know, you were under a dark side, yeah, you might have sort of gone along with it, you know, like reforming, but inside you're not deceiving. You're like, yeah, but inside I don't really think like that. I may look like I think like that, you know, like you might be among people. This is where, you know, sometimes we pretend. You could be out there among the ones who are asleep and you want to see what's going on. You'd be sort of pretending, but really inside you're like, I don't consent to any of that. You can say what you want and words might come out of my mouth, but inside I am saying, I do not consent. No, I don't believe in that. If anyone gets what I'm saying, if they sent you to a concentration camp, you're going to think this way, and you might have to go along with things, but inside you're like, but this is not the way I feel. And when the revolution comes and I see the freedom and I speak out, I will speak out, because that is not how I feel. And this is how I feel it was, because celebrities and people and stuff and things have got themselves caught up in things, because at the time the control was very strong. It was only control. It's not the way it's the awakening's been happening for years. We all know this, but a lot of people, you know, gave up. But it's happening, whatever, and they knew this. They knew this about predictions and stuff. They knew this time would come, and that's why they tried to control the masses, to get them not to see and distract, so they don't see that a beautiful time coming. And if they control them thinking everything's doom and gloom, just like the guy said, you're sort of going on that timeline because you're believing in it, therefore it happens, but it's not. And more people are waking up, and that's why, you know, it is beautiful, and you shouldn't worry that much, if you get what I'm saying. Says it all in the video I've just played, which was brilliant. And I don't know if Rainbow Wizard, I don't know if I sent it to you. I know I sent it to Lois, I think. I don't know if you want to put that link in to that video that I've just played. No, it's up on my community post actually, so you can go and check it out there and listen to it again and again and get that in your head of like how it is. You know what I mean? That's why I believe when they have used Project Looking Glass, they could only see so many, like, I don't know if it's explained like this, so many bits of the future, but not exactly how it had went, because it's only snippets of or up to a certain point, and they knew this was coming. So if you were always looking at something thinking, oh my god, the world's waking up, you're trying to counteract movements of people, and you're trying to bring them down and putting the fear out. And that's why when you look around the world over the years, they've been trying to put fear to bring people down, to get them not looking and researching at what they should be researching. And that's why number 17 has always said, question everything and research yourself. That is not a cult. A cult does not let you question anything apart from what they want you to believe in. They do not let you go off and research yourself at your own devices. They don't do that. They want you to believe in what they want to believe in. When they put out their code, you could go off and research more and more and more, and you'd find more, and you'd research yourself. So people who say that are full of bullshit. You know, oh, it's a psyop, oh, it's this, that, and that. It's a psyop if you get lost in it and you don't come out the rabbit holes, yes. But if you actually go away and do your own research, compared to what everyone's saying as well, to research yourself, so you know, it's not. It's just researching, and that's how it sort of goes. And I've always said this and said this and said this, and this is why I've had a lot of faith in what's going on, because of the prophecies and stuff. They knew this is why they've tried to distract. The Looking Glass doesn't quite go their way, so their influence, their outcome. Yeah, it's not going their way because they know this evolution, this ascension, whatever you want to call it, people call it many different things, was always going to happen. So they try and delay it. It can't be stopped. They just delay it by slowing it down, by getting everybody into fear. As, if you look over the years, that's what they've always done. Probably trying to get rid of a load of people, as we know, with different stuff, because they don't want a lot of people going with it, you know, as they're the sort of people, things, or whatever they are, that they want to take as many people down with them as possible. So hence why things going on. But I do believe there's things that could help, but there's a lot of healing. So if you get what I'm saying, I've always been trying to say that, and that's why I said it's easy to see when you understand. It's not easy to see when you don't understand. It's quite hard to explain, but then again, it isn't, because I've explained it a few times, and the guy who's just explained that is exactly what I've always been saying. And I mean, some people will say that's why they weren't fearing stuff, but it was a bit like that thing, yeah, but there was a lot of people fearing. It was all like that, a lot of us weren't, but there was still a majority that were, but that majority are waking up and they're coming over. So, you know, that sort of thing. And it was only trying to help people, and that's that thing in the pink book where it says, you know, if someone asks a question, give them the answer. It's not always the answer they want. But this is why I'm saying now is the time to focus on you. Don't worry too much. Don't go into fear. Don't feed into everything. This is why I said I didn't feed into the, I've got to go and get this and I've got to go and get that. There's a blackout. It wasn't actually 10 days of darkness. Well, that was said it was 10 days, and then it said darkness. yes, there's different countries that have had blackouts and stuff, but I'm wondering if it's an energy exchange. I'm not feeding into what they say on the news it is, because it's always the flip side of something else. And I don't go interfere with certain things of like prepping for this and prepping for that. I don't know, some people do, but I don't, because I just don't see that. I think new things are coming where we're going to be, I mean, we did get told the last one will be magical. Who knows? But just saying, you listen to that video, totally makes sense. We have put one out like that before. Yes, fear is their weapon. Fear has always been their weapon. And that's why I said people probably in them concentration camps years ago, they might have done what they did, but they'll never, ever, ever take your consciousness away. It's your consciousness. You think what you want. Someone was saying to me now, you've got to believe this or this, we're going to do this. It'd be like, okay, yeah, I believe it. But inside I'd be like, well, I don't think so. It might look like I'm, but inside I'm like, I don't think so. You can never change my mind. You can never change it. You can control people in a certain sense, but inside we're all seething, and that's why I say when people see that, and this is where the celebrities are going with, they're seeing that turn. That's why a lot of celebrities are talking out, whether people believe them or not, or believe they did something. Yes, some of them have, but when they've seen the turn where they can speak out, whether they're going to prison or not, or whatever's happening, what they've done, a lot of them have been blackmailed. That's what you've got to understand. So even if they are speaking out and you think they've done something, be glad they are speaking out, because the amount of followers they have, the amount of followers they have, they wake a lot of people up in the millions. We don't do that. So, you know, and their stories will come out. You know, we all know about Britney Spears and how she was controlled by her parents and this and that, and that's how it all goes on. Like I said before, if you were born in them families and you didn't know it wasn't normal, you would probably be going along with it as well. But there's a lot of people who have that consciousness that always knew it was wrong, or maybe have come to that point now where they're sick of it because they see it's not right and they don't want to be a part of it. And even though they may be going down or whatever, they will speak the truth. So that's how I see it. Spoke to gun shop owner. It's written in law the English is allowed to own a gun shop, but they'll try and use... Yeah, we always have done. They took it away with Dunblane, like they tried to do in other countries. There's a lot of stuff, but yes, we are really. So, yeah. Bye, Rainbow Wizard. I'll see you over there in a bit. I think he's gone. Got to go, ladies and gents. Stay strong. Hugs and kisses. Blah, 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 blah. He's working hard behind the scenes. Yeah, he's going to be working behind the scenes on the link. So please check the link out in chat where Rainbow Wizard will put it in, because that's coming up at 7:30. I'm going to be listening in. I don't know. I might say hi, but I'll be working on some bits, but I'll be listening in to what they're saying over there. They're wanting people to have a look at what they're doing and sort of reboosting it again. So if you're into helping the people, help children and stuff and bits and bobs, and supporting stuff like that, and I know there's a lot of good people in the chat, so you can go and check that out and see what they're all saying over there. I'll be listening in, because this is what it's all about, as well as supporting the right people, not the nefarious arses. So yeah, so I've just been waffling on with myself because I just thought I'd come while I'm doing a few bits, but I'm going to get on with a few more bits, and I'll get ready to go and check that. Yeah, love wins, true love, exactly. So this is why we say we've always been smiling. You know, like I said, be careful what you're putting out if you're on platforms, because it's seen. I think we have quantum computers and we've been, you know, they on that side have been stealing information, and, you know, they know about everything and everyone, and, well, so do the light side, and they know the badasses. That's why they're getting caught as well, because it works vice versa. Their technology they used on us is being used on them. The hunters are being hunted. So this is why I say I don't worry about that, because... yeah, not been putting nasty things out, only helping the light side as I see it. So, but I mean, we're talking about the big people, do you know what I mean? Those of big corporations and that, but it still goes for the minions as well. But yeah, and this is why I say nothing gets deleted, so be careful what you say. People remember what they've seen, whether it's been deleted or not. And I don't really think I've ever deleted anything, so there you go. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so there'll be a few bits going over on Instagram. The bits that I'm making now are for an event for, like I said, a bit of people's well-being for a young man who took his own life. I can't remember if it was the beginning of this year or last year. So where me and my partner are making a few things up. I'm doing jewellery. He's doing painting his canvases. I may also be doing some cards, maybe some Christmas cards or something. Some other bits and bobs. I'll just put an array out because it's hippie trinkets and things. So that means it can be anything. And I'll see how that goes. And it will be our first sort of stall, because we've tried to do so many different stalls, but in lockdown they got cancelled and all this. So this will be our first one, which will be interesting. And people were there. We know some of the people are going, not everybody, but they're really good people. So it'll be nice to, like I said, mingle, and new opportunities come up. Just like I said with the Ray K, and people are coming to me now, and also a friend that has now got a spiritual shop in the area I live in that's got it all together, and the dreams have come true, and I'm so happy. I'm going to ask her. She did say I could have a little shelf and put some jewellery on there, so I'm going to ask her when she gets going a bit more. She's got that going out, and I'm glad that's going out in our area, and she sells different bits and bobs, so hopefully I might be able to put some of my stuff in the shop, because it's a spiritual shop, and there's a few things that I've seen down there that are quite nice. Like I said, when I get round to doing these purses, I will put them up. There's so much. I can't stick to one thing. I'm not one thing. It's just I do what I do. And I've got my other bracelets on today. I've got my sparkly ones on. So yeah, I'm going to be making some necklaces up at some point. Some long tassel necklaces with crystals on. Don't know what design yet, but I'm going to be doing that as well. And I'll get ready to put them up over on my Instagram. Like I said, there's not much on there at the minute. And I have had to do another Reiki channel over there, which has just gone up, so it hasn't got anything on, and that's called Divine Reiki by Janine. So I will be putting some bits over there and card readings when I get round to it. But like I said, because my life's changing, I'm a bit busy than I used to be. I've got to work all this out, so I will get my time. And like I said, I don't watch TV. That's why I sit here doing this stuff, get stuff done. I'd rather be crafting than watching. Why would I be watching TV? And I definitely don't watch the news, so you know. But I am going to go now, because I'm going to get ready and comfy while I'm sitting here too. I might go and sit on the couch and do a bit of this. Watch the channel that I'm sorry, I can't remember. I think it's Sharon's channel, that Rainbow Wizard has dropped into chat. So like I said, please go and check that out at 7:30. The link is in the chat. Just tap on the chat, live chat, look for Rainbow Wizard, and you can go and have a listen to that. And hopefully you could have up for grabs one of Rainbow Wizard's brilliant magical paintings. And the one he's done is absolutely beautiful. Check his channel out of the process of it, because it just resonates. Don't know what it is, but it just resonates. It just resonates. So I'm going to go, because I've got stuff to do, things to make, and I will see you at some point in the week. I don't know what day. Have a great week. Remember to think good things in the morning before you set off to work. Remember to think about things in a different way. Smile at people. Don't say in the morning, oh my god, it's Monday morning, what a crap day, this is that, oh, you're going to have a crap day. Put good things out. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, night, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. Thank you, Leona. And like I said, if you want to check my Instagram out for the bits that are coming up soon, because I'm going to be trying to put some little package boxes together with certain things in, maybe for Christmas, and some little ideas that maybe some people will be interested in. Obviously, you need to go over there, and you can make an account up and not put anything on over there. We know what they are, but we're using it as well. So, you know, like I said, in the future, there'll be something else that'll be easy for people to get on that don't have to go on there. That's something I've got to look at. I'm talking about that next week with someone. So, like I said, just keep smiling, hold that light, because it is happening. We are moving forward. We are evolving. It can't be stopped. But this is why I say, where they're making the little bit of moves that they got left, and they're being pushed to make them, as I said before, they can't go backwards. They've got to push. It's just waking people up. So just stay calm. Even if there's things that go on with the jibby jabby, it could be bad things, I don't know. I do believe there's other stuff that are helping from the light side. Just keep pushing forward. Don't stay in the dark. Don't get too fearful about it. Try and stay in the light as much as possible by doing the things that you love, getting out in nature, getting the sun when you can, even if it's 10 minutes in the morning, in the afternoon, the sunrise and the sunset, being around good people and environment. That's why you've got to be careful, releasing and letting go. Only watching positive stuff, because why the hell would you want to be watching this shitty news? And yeah, and I will see you over on the other channel, but I'll be listening in, so I will be there. Yes. So, God's plan, God wins. We're winning, we've won. So don't worry too much, and I'll see you soon. Bye. I was about to switch my phone off. I'm like, I can't remember what I'm doing.